I would now like to invite the person who has given life to this project and without whose leadership, Telangana would not have been transformed into becoming one of the most investor-friendly states. Let me welcome on to stage or to speak Honorable Minister for Industries and IT, K.T. Ramarao garu.
గౌరవనీయులు పెద్దలు రాష్ట్ర పంచాయతీరాజ్ శాఖ మంత్రివర్యులు దయాకర్రావు గారు, రాష్ట్ర విద్యాశాఖ మంత్రివర్యులు శ్రీమతి సబితా ఇంద్రారెడ్డి గారు, గౌరవనీయులు ఈరోజు మనందరం ఇక్కడ కూర్చున్నామంటే దానికి ప్రధానమైన కారణం కిటెక్స్ గ్రూప్ చైర్మన్ శ్రీ సాబు జేకబ్ గారు, వారి టీం ఇక్కడ ఉన్నది, మిస్టర్ స్ట్రామ్ అండ్ ఆల్సో మిస్టర్ సోది. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. గౌరవ శాసనసభ్యులు మా ధర్మారెడ్డి గారు, కాళే యాదయ్య గారు, గౌరవ మేయర్ వరంగల్ శ్రీమతి గుండు సుధారాణి గారు, అదే రకంగా మా ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ గౌరవనీయులు జయేష్ రంజన్ గారు, గౌరవనీయులు మా డైరెక్టర్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ కృష్ణభాస్కర్ గారు, టిఎస్ఐసి ఎండి నరసింహారెడ్డి గారు, మా డైరెక్టర్ టెక్స్టైల్స్ మిహిర్ పారేక్ గారు, శాంతా గారు అండ్ ఐశ్వర్య, the entire team and to the entire family of Kitex. In fact, Mr. Jacob has come with his kids and family. Thank you, sir. I think this must be their first visit to Hyderabad. I hope they're enjoying it. I have to tell you a very interesting story about Kitex now, because I think normally I make a lot of speeches, but I think for my friends, journalist friends here, I think I'll have to kind of spice this up a bit, so that you actually get a taste of how this entire thing is happening. One Monday, I don't recall the date, but one Monday, I'm used to reading newspapers for almost an hour and a half every day, including all business publications, because I'm the Minister for Industry and Commerce and IT as well, so I need to be, aware of what goes on. So I pretty much read almost 13 to 14 publications, and besides my Twitter and WhatsApp, so of course, family complains that I spend way too much time on that, but nevertheless, that happens, that's my job. So one Monday, when I'm reading a newspaper, I see a news report which said that Kitex Group has decided to exit Kerala, and they are taking their investment proposal of 3,500 crores somewhere else. It did not say where, it just said they are moving out of Kerala. So I just immediately clicked the picture, sent it to my dear friend, my principal secretary Jayesh Ranjan. I said, Jayesh bhai, ek kaam karo. Please reach out to Mr. Sabu Jacob, because I want to talk to him. So this was on a Monday, so I'm giving you a chronology so that you understand it. Somehow Jayesh, using all his 5, 4, 6 degrees of separation, somehow managed to find out Mr. Jacob's number. So in the evening he texted me saying, sir, I think I have his number, would you like to send him a text? So I said, fine, I'll send him a text. Then I sent Mr. Jacob a text message saying, sir, I'm K.T. Ramarao, I'm the Minister for Industry, Government of Telangana, I would like to speak to you. He didn't respond. So I figured he's not interested, or maybe he's just not sure whether it is actually the minister or somebody else. Then somehow Jayesh convinced him that it is actually the minister who's trying to reach you. So next afternoon, on Tuesday, we had a conference call. Myself, Jayesh Ranjan and Mr. Jacob. So Mr. Jacob, that was my first conversation with him. So when I was explaining to him all the wonderful things about Telangana, I was basically telling him about the ease of doing business, the mental peace that you would have in Telangana, no harakiri in terms of bureaucracy, the government is easy to deal with, very progressive policies, our textile and apparel policy, and how we are very interested in generating employment, etc., etc. Mr. Jacob was very agitated. He was very agitated because I'm sure he has received already many calls from many governments, so he wasn't too sure that this government really means anything, because everybody is sweet in the first call, second call. So he must have thought even this guy is doing something similar. So as part of the conversation, I told him one thing. I said, listen, sir, because since we are on the phone, since this is all virtual, I want you to come to Hyderabad. I want you to experience Hyderabad. I want you to see, because in my humble opinion, because I talk for a living, I'm a politician, so I talk for a living, that's my job. I told him, seeing is believing, right? So please come down to Hyderabad, sir. We'll be more than happy to showcase Telangana for you, Warangal, Hyderabad, and showcase the various opportunities. So he said, but sir, there is COVID. So for me to fly out of Kochi, I'll have to, so I told him, please come this week. So he says, I'll have to think it over, because scheduling, flights, etc., etc. So immediately, instantaneously, without thinking, I said, why don't I send you a flight? Why don't I actually send you a special flight so that you can come with your team? So he said, he was taken aback. He was surprised. He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "I'm very serious." Then he said, "Can I announce it to the press? Can I actually tell the press in Kerala that minister from Telangana has offered to fly me?" So I said, "Please do share it, but with one condition. Please tell them before you are boarding the flight. Because otherwise Kerala government will come and sit right in front of your house and office and they will not let you go. So obviously I would want that not to happen. Before you board the flight, please announce it to the press." So that's exactly what he did. So we spoke on a Tuesday. He was here on Friday, or Thursday I think, Friday. He was here on Friday morning. He landed at Begumpet by 11 o'clock. As soon as he landed, we met almost for an hour and a half. And then we actually had lunch together. Then he flew out to Warangal and he saw the location. He came back in the evening, landed in Begumpet again and came straight to me. He said, "Sir, when I came in today to Telangana, when I flew in today to Telangana, I did not make up my mind. I did not think that I would actually announce. But today after seeing your officers, yourself, your state and the way you have received me, because I believe personally that it's not just about investment, it's about respect, trust. It's more about the value that I add and the value that I bring to the table and how I am received in a specific state. So I am very impressed." He said, "While I may not be able to commit to the entire amount, because of your gesture, because of your government's willingness, today I am going to announce 1,000 crores of investment and 4,000 employment that I will create in Warangal," is what he told me. This was I think a month and a half ago. June it was, June. Then subsequently, my team, entire team, my compliments to my entire team, because they have really put in a lot of hard work. Mihir, Shanta, Aishwarya, and all the entire Department of Textiles, in fact, in Warangal, the local collectors, the local administrators, my MLAs, everybody put in a lot of hard work. What they've done is they've given him the confidence that not only do they talk, but they actually are able to deliver also. In fact, funny thing is, he announced 1,000 crores of investment. The next morning he went to Rangareddy district, Chandanvelli in Sitarampur. He liked it so much. He said, Warangal of course I like, but I like the second location also. And I would want to invest more here. So it took him a bit of a time, obviously, to go back to his board, to talk to his directors, his family, his entire investors group, I think. And then he called me again 15 days later. He said, "Now we are ready. But of course, you have to take my proposal, approve it under your group of ministers, issue the government orders, etc. And then we'll formalize and announce." So I'm happy to share with you today what started as a very, very interesting conversation on the phone today has translated into 2,400 crores of investment in the state of Telangana in 2 locations. And most important is it is going to create direct employment to 22,000 Telangana locals, and out of which again 85 to 90% would be our women employees in this sector. Equally important is the direct employment is 22,000. The indirect employment they would be creating is almost 18,000. So altogether in these 2 locations, Sitarampur and Warangal, they would be investing 2,400 crores of rupees, and they will be, like he pointed out, they're a world-class company which believes that no employee should be exploited. So they will do everything that they can to take care of their employees. Provident fund, insurance, in fact, you talk about food security, which is going beyond the brief. All of these things they are already doing in Cochin, in their factory. I don't know if you know this, but Kitex is the largest private sector employer in the state of Kerala. They employ, in the private sector, they're the largest, I think that's accurate. And they're also the second largest kids apparel manufacturer in the world. So baby anywhere in the world, like he pointed out. In fact, who's wearing their, the onesies, etc., that they wear. Most of them are actually made right now in Cochin, but eventually, I think we'll start getting them out of Telangana. And like he said, the target that he set for himself is quite huge, 3 million pieces. I'm amazed the audacity of the target, and more importantly, he was just telling me, and he was mentioning it very casually. So I said, in Telangana we have a track record. We not only announce MOUs, we not only just announce these big ticket investments, but we also deliver and then go and inaugurate the factories also. So he said, you can be rest assured, I am not one of those fly-by-night operators. He said, I have already placed order for my machines, and We will kickstart operations in Warangal next November. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Jacob. Next November. Next November 2022, we will be launching Kakatiya Mega Textile Park and Kitex operations there. So this is how precise the investment plan is. This is how precise the rollout plan is. I'm sure this team is not liking me stating numbers and names and date timelines also. But I think unless, Mr. Sodhi, unless we agree to timelines, I don't think things move and things happen. And trust me, Mr. Jacob, the reason why we invited all the local MLAs, Dharma Reddy Garu and Yadaya Garu, and the two ministers, Dayakar Rao Garu and Srimati Savita Indra Reddy, is because we wanted to ensure that your landing into Warangal and landing into Sitarampur is smooth without any teething pains. We will cooperate with you fully. Already enough spade work has been done by the local collectors, local officials. Of course, Jayesh Ranjan will continue to be the single point of contact for you for all practical purposes, and Mihir and Shanta and others will assist him. But he will be the single point of contact. And like I said, our track record, if you look at it, will tell you that we deliver on all the promises we have made. We have already issued the government orders that were required. We have already signed the MOU, and I'm delighted that through TS-IPAS, the single window system that Telangana, in fact, takes a lot of pride in, which has propelled us into the top rankings on the Ease of Doing Business Index, has come good even in your case. And I'm delighted that your investments will come in. And I'm more delighted and more surprised, in fact, when he said he's promising to the state of Telangana 6 crores worth of PPE kits. Thank you very much, sir. That was unexpected. We did not ask, but you're kind enough to support us. Thank you so much. But more importantly, I'm interested in ensuring that majority of our women, who would be working in your facility, who would be working in your factories, are taken care of very, very well. Like you promised, there would be creches for the children. There would be world-class, factory premises where they will be working in good conditions. Because we have service level agreements with the who's who of the world, the Walmarts, the Gaps, and other people who really matter in the larger scheme of things in the United States and elsewhere. So I do believe that Kitex coming in will herald a new trajectory in textiles, in garments, and I believe that this will also inspire a lot of investors from within India. If you look at what has been happening in Telangana in the last 5 days, in fact last say 5-6 days, we had the Malabar Gold Group, Mr. Ahmed and his team, right here, announcing a 750 crore investment in Telangana, creating 2,400 employment in Gitanjali, Gems and Jewelry Park here in Maheshwaram constituency. And then yesterday we had 3 more Indian entrepreneurs who all came forward, are investing about 887 crores, setting up 3 jute mills. Again, hitherto unseen, unknown to Telangana, 3 jute mills which will be coming up. And more importantly now, textile sector. These are 3 very, very unique sectors. Oka vaipu jute, unko vaipu textiles. In fact, one other thing I would like to quickly add. Mr. Jacob was just telling me, because of the volumes that they would be handling, 3 million pieces, they would need a lot of cotton fiber. He was telling me that nearly 300,000 acres, and 3 lakh acres of cultivation can be dovetailed into their procurement backward integration process. Now that is another thing. Mantri garu, Dayakar Rao garu, Warangal జిల్లాలో మీరు కాటన్ చాలా గొప్పగా పండిస్తారు మీ ప్రాంతంలో, ధర్మారెడ్డి గారు మీరు అంతా. వారు ఏమంటున్నారంటే 3 లక్షల ఎకరాల్లో పండే పత్తిని వారు కొనుగోలు చేయడానికి దశల వారీగా సిద్ధంగా ఉన్నారు. ఒక క్వాలిటీ కాటన్, అదే హైయెస్ట్ క్వాలిటీ కాటన్ని తీసుకోవడానికి రెడీగా ఉన్నారు. కాబట్టి మనం ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే అటు రైతుకు లాభం అవుతుంది, ఇటు మన మహిళలకు లాభం అవుతుంది, ఉపాధి రంగంలో మన రాష్ట్రానికి ట్యాక్సులు వస్తాయి. ఈ రకంగా మల్టిపుల్ బెనిఫిట్స్తో కూడిన బహుళార్థకమైన ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇది. కాబట్టి మనం అన్ని రకాలుగా కూడా వారిని ఆహ్వానిద్దాం. సీతారాంపూర్లో కూడా యాదయ్య గారు, సబితా ఇంద్రారెడ్డి గారు, నా విజ్ఞప్తి మీతో, మీరు స్థానికంగా ఉండే మహిళా సంఘాలతో మీటింగ్ పెట్టండి. మీ కలెక్టర్ గారిని కూడా పిలిచి వారి లోకల్గా టీమ్స్తో ఒక ప్రాసెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. వారికి ఇప్పటి నుంచే శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమాలు స్టార్ట్ అయితే వారు వచ్చే నవంబర్లో ప్రారంభించాలనుకుంటున్నారు కాబట్టి, మిషనరీకి ఆర్డర్ ఇచ్చారు కాబట్టి మనం ఇది చాలా చక్కగా వినియోగించుకునే అవకాశం ఉంది. Once again, I'm truly thankful, Mr. Jacob, for your investment, for the kind of confidence you have inspired. In fact, a lot of my Malayali friends are joking. A couple of my reporter friends also had tweeted and also tagged me. Had said, there was a doubt so long, for the family back, for their family back in Kerala, for my Malayali friends here, whether Hyderabad was in Telangana or Andhra. But after Kitek's story, now everybody knows the name Telangana and Kerala. So I'm very, very happy that we have become popular in Kerala, and I'm sure we'll have more and more entrepreneurs joining us in Telangana. So thank you very much. మళ్ళొకసారి అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు. నా టీం మొత్తానికి ముఖ్యంగా ఎవరెవరైతే కృషి చేశారో, జయేష్ గారు, మిహిర్ గారు, శాంతా గారు, ఇంకా అందరి టీం అంతా కూడా హృదయపూర్వకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు. 22,000 మందికి ప్రత్యక్షంగా 18,000 మందికి పరోక్షంగా ఉపాధి అవకాశాలు కల్పించడమే కాకుండా మనం 3 లక్షల ఎకరాల్లో పండించే పత్తి పంట కూడా ఒక డైరెక్ట్గా వారికి ఒక భరోసానిస్తూ వారి నుంచి తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుందని వారు ఏదైతే చెప్పారో దానికి హృదయపూర్వకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్తూ 6 కోట్ల రూపాయలు కార్పొరేట్ సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ కింద 1,50,000 పీపీఈ కిట్లను కూడా మనకి ఇస్తున్నానని ప్రకటించినందుకు సాబు జేకబ్ గారికి కిటెక్ గ్రూప్కి ధన్యవాదాలు, నమస్కారాలు. జై తెలంగాణ.